Good morning and welcome to another Mindful Play Monday Live, where we tune in every week to share a quick and easy craft or activity to help kick your week off on the right foot, as well as connect through play and mindfulness. For today, we are keeping with our ocean theme that we started a few weeks ago, kicking off summer, and we are working on making some soothing starfish. So you only need a couple of materials for this morning. Your little soothing starfish is going to look something like this. The only things you need are some cardstock, and we've got some fun, pretty colored cardstock here. We just grabbed it from Target. You could get it from any office supply store. You'll need scissors, a pencil, and last but not least, a glue gun. Now, you don't have to use a glue gun for this. For hot glue, if you want to use just regular white or clear school glue, that is fine. I will say that we used hot glue on our soothing starfish example, and it is a lot easier if you do use the hot glue. Of course, that piece of the craft and activity will need to be done by an adult. We don't want any children using the hot glue guns, but it does help make the indentations that we're going to use for our soothing starfish a lot cleaner, neater, and raised. I found that with the school glue, it's still possible, but those little bubbles that we're going to use as kind of a sensory input, they kind of flatten out and they don't stand up as nice and circular with the school glue. But it is possible if you want to use school glue. So the first thing you're going to do for your soothing starfish, we just Googled a quick image, and if you want this exact one, you can comment below after our live and I will send you the link to that. We just Googled a quick image of a starfish and traced that onto our cardstock like so. And then you're going to take your scissors and cut that star shape out. And then what we're going to do is use this soothing starfish as a breathing tool to help us visualize our breathing, help us slow down and regulate our breaths, and see that rising and falling of our breathing patterns. We're also going to use it as some nice sensory input. That's why we use the hot glue guns to give us that cool textured feel, kind of like a real sea star. So we went to the aquarium last month. I've got my aquarium shirt on today. You can see the little otters are holding a starfish there. And this gave us the idea for today's activity because we got to actually touch and see some real sea stars. So those real sea stars, if you've ever seen them in real life, or if you've ever got a chance to touch them, are very rigid. You can see kind of like our soothing star here. They've got lots of little bumps and little pokey pieces all over them. So we're going to make our own soothing starfish to help us with our breathing. And then also going around here, kind of like our 5-finger breathing. If you've watched our video about 5-finger breathing, this is going to be like our 5-point breathing or our star breathing on our little sea star. So once you have your star shape cut out, this is when the adult is going to take your hot glue gun, and I'll angle this down here so you can kind of see what we're doing. We're just going to go along each leg of the starfish, and I'm going to draw a nice circle right in the middle. So it's going to be kind of our starting point for our breathing. So you're going to take your hot glue gun. If you want to outline it first, you can. Just freehanding it this morning, making it quick and easy. So you're going to start with a circle in the middle. And then once your hot glue dries, you can see if it's got those little hairs hanging off of it, you can go back and trim those off. 1, 2, 3, 4 dots to the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can make these as large or as small as you like to give that nice sensory input. 1, 2, 3, 4, and one more. 1, 2, get my glue go in there, 3, and 4. So quick and easy, and like I said, once it dries, you can go back and kind of trim off some of those little glue strings that happen with the hot glue gun. So it's going to look something like that. And I'm going to leave it flat here to dry. I'm going to keep it on a nice flat surface. Move that out of the way. And I'll show you how you can then use that as a breathing tool to help you regulate your breath. So as our example is drying, we're going to use one that we've already made here with our cardstock. You do want to use cardstock instead of just regular like printer paper or construction paper, because you want it to have a little bit of weight to it to support and hold that hot glue so that it's not flopping over or kind of melting off a little bit. So once you've got your sea star all dry and it's cool to the touch, of course, you can see we made this one a few hours ago, so it's not hot to touch. So of course you want to make sure that it's nice and cool before you give it to your kiddos. And this would be something that would be great to have in the car as an activity. You could put it in your calming corner. You could have it, in their rooms as a nice reminder to focus on our breathing. So with our sea stars or our soothing starfish, there's two things we're going to do. The first is we're going to use the outside. We're going to trace along each arm of the starfish in and out and use that as a visual tool for our breathing. And then we're also going to come back. We're going to start at the middle. You can draw that circle with your finger and then go out and feel each little bump along the textured pieces of the sea star that we've made. So let's practice together. So you're going to have your children or your kiddos hold up that starfish right in front of themselves. And of course, they're going to be looking at it. But for our video today, I'm going to be holding it facing the camera so you can see what I'm doing. But you're going to have them looking at that sea star at the textured side. And we're going to focus on our breath. So you're going to take your pointer finger, either hand is fine, take your pointer finger, and you're going to start at one of the indentations of the sea star, and you're going to breathe in as you go up and breathe out as you go down. Pause in between each of those little indentations on the sea star. So here we go. We're going to breathe in and out. Pause. In, out. In, out. In, out. And all the way around the sea star. Now, how do you feel after practicing your breathing with your sea star? I feel a lot calmer. It's kind of helped slow things down and regulate our breathing. And it gives a nice visual tool for our little ones to see the ins and the outs of our breathing. A lot of times as an adult, and even as adults, we don't always know what it means to like slow down, take a breath, calm down. And so having that visual cue to trace around with our finger and get that tactile input is going to be a great way to help us regulate our breathing patterns. Now you can also go to the middle of the sea star, trace around that circle a few times, get some nice tactile sensory input there. And you can also use the little dots that you've drawn with your glue as a breathing tool too. So we're going to trace up the middle this time of our sea star, following the bumps, and it makes kind of a fun noise. You can hear kind of the clicking. It's almost like a little fidget tool, if you will. We're gonna go breathe in, go to the next leg, and breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out, and so on. So a quick and easy activity going along with our ocean theme, our ocean friends, and they just look really cool. You could make a bunch of these and hang them up and display them if you're doing Camp Ocean with your Wonder and Whimsy prints like we've been doing lately. These would be cute little decor items and also great visual tools and reminders to help us with our breathing. So similar to our 5-finger breathing that we've done before, you have your star breathing, you're tracing along the outer edges of your starfish, and then also going along for some tactile input, kind of like a fidget tool, some sensory with the legs of the starfish using that hot glue. So let's see. Oh, yep, this guy's nice and dry. So here's the one that we made today. And then you can go back. You can see there's like little hot glue hairs, we call them. You can go back with your scissors and kind of trim those up and make them look a little bit nicer and neater. But there you go, a quick and easy tool for you this week. I know it's been kind of a rough weekend for a lot of us with the state of current affairs. So try making these together as a family, using them as a family, focusing on your breathing, connecting through play, being mindful and present. And thank you for being with us this morning. Have a great rest of your week. We will be back, let's see, next week. We do have another Mindful Play Monday the week after that. I will not be available for a live, but I'll try to put together some reels for you because we are going on a little family trip. But next week we'll be back with another Mindful Play Monday live activity. I've got one more ocean themed craft for you that's going to help you with your mindfulness. But check out those soothing sea stars and let us know what you think. We love you and we appreciate you being here. We'll have this posted to our YouTube channel as well as our Instagram shortly, but have a great rest of your week. Thanks for joining us. We're just wrapping up. We made some soothing sea stars today, just like the cute little otter on our shirt has his little sea star. We'll see you next time. Take care.